Tesla stock prices are up for 54% in 2021, while Google is up almost 70%. I hope you've managed to earn some money on this move. There are many more events to come. Which ones exactly? Hi everyone, tonight we'll look at the last year's result in the world of financial markets and burst into 2022 with optimism and some forecasts. So let's start with a flashback to 2021. Subscribe to our channel. Click on the bell so you don't miss new videos. Comment, ask questions, and share your own trading experience. Even though the pandemic has led to global economic chaos, the year is ending on a positive note for the owners of FAANG stocks, which includes Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. So let's start with an outsider, Amazon. Amazon is the only FAANG company to remain behind the US stock market rally. Over the year, capitalization increased by just 2.9%, and there may be several reasons why. For one, Jeff Bezos stepped down as Amazon CEO. Secondly, the company plans to acquire Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer film studio. Acquisitions involve spending money which may sink the price of stocks. Last but not least, Amazon has fines by an enormous 746 million euros by the Luxembourg authorities for data protection breaches. Apple has gained 11.5%. In October 2021, the new iPhone 13, a new Apple Watch, and an iPad appeared. The news positively affected the company's capitalization. In November, securities hit an all-time high of around $166 per stock. Facebook is up by 19% over the year, thus renewing its all-time high at the level close to $385. However, the whistleblower Frances Haugen, former Facebook employee who has stirred up company's hornet's nest, has caused the company a lot of trouble lately. Meanwhile, Netflix has flourished amid the pandemic thanks to its successful projects. Over the year, capitalization increased by more than 27%. First, Netflix is seeing tremendous growth in subscribers, which broke 44 million in the third quarter and now stands at around 222 million. Secondly, the Squid Game series was released in September 2021, which may bring in an extra 900 million for the company. In a word, business is booming. However, Google defeated everyone at FAANG as the stocks are up more than 68% for the year. Quarter after quarter, the company posted staggering growth in revenue and consequently in EPS. For example, for the third quarter of 2021, the company's revenues exceed $65 billion, which is almost $2 billion more than the forecast. What can we expect from FAANG next? As countries continue to plunge into global inflation, it is becoming increasingly difficult to fight it. Recent data puts US inflation at 4.6%. The last time it hit this level is 1991. Without a doubt, the US Federal Reserve will be forced to stop pumping money into the markets and will also raise its key rates. This will probably have a negative impact on the stock market and especially on FAANG. But remember, after each drawdown, there is always an advance up. For each company in the FAANG sector, we have developed a specific model for calculating its fair value. This is how it turned out. Facebook should be worth 3 times its current capitalization. Based on a model, the fair value of the company is $3.2 trillion with a current capitalization of $1 trillion. By the way, it is worth mentioning that the company is developing its own metaverse, which is why Facebook has been renamed Meta. So if Zuckerberg succeeds in settling these trends, Meta stock's price will boost. Comment please on what you think of Facebook's rebranding and give your take on the next year for Meta stocks. We'll definitely discuss the most interesting assumption in one of the next videos. Apple has been disappointing. The fair value is around $2 trillion, which at the current capitalization of $2.5 trillion means that the stocks may be overpriced. Amazon, on the other hand, should be worth $3.3 trillion, and the current value of its business is estimated at $1.8 trillion. Netflix business value in the market is estimated at $280 billion, while we estimate it to be worth around $800 billion. This is a growth potential of more than 180% in the next 5 years. According to our model, Google is valued at around $2.4 trillion, which at its current capitalization of $1.8 trillion suggests an undervaluation of the stock. Therefore, the only thing left to do is to wait for a correction to buy securities at a lower price. Well, we are in for a busy and volatile year. Therefore, don't miss out on opportunities, trade and multiply your capital. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. Also, check out our next crypto forecast video for the 2022, which is going to be released soon. See you later!